Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Melanie Campbell. I'm the president and CEO of the National Coalition on Black Civic Participation and the convener of the Black Women's Roundtable. And I am so excited this beautiful Tuesday morning to welcome you all to really our Take It to the Top Entrepreneurship Challenge. And it's to support aspiring Black women and girls, 16 to 17, entrepreneurs and community-based entrepreneurs. And we launched this challenge in July. And the ladies that you will that are here today to compete for the grand prize of $25,000 they're already winners. They're sisters, as we call them in the Black Women's Roundtable. They are aspiring entrepreneurs or just recently started their own business. And so we are honored and delighted to have all of our sisters here to compete today. And everyone will leave here with a little something, just so you know. The Entrepreneurship Challenge has been made possible through the partnership with the Coca-Cola Company, Verizon, and T-Mobile. And we thank our media partners for this challenge, partnering with us as well, from Black Enterprise and Martin Unfiltered. Black women, we know, are the largest and fastest growing segments of entrepreneurship in the U.S. According to the American Express Women-Owned Business Report 2019, Black women-owned businesses have grown in 2019 at a rate of 12% compared to the annual increase rate of 8% between 2014 and 2019. Unfortunately, that growth rate comes with challenges. Black women-owned businesses revenue generated an average of $27,700 per firm compared to white women-owned firms at $143,100 per firm. The cause of this disparity is less access to capital, lack of educational resources, and mentors. So our goal at the Black Women's Roundtable is to make sure that these sisters, these entrepreneurs, reach their highest heights. And we just want to make sure that we invest in your growth and your opportunity to be the shining stars that we know that you already are. We want to make sure you have a little extra money in your pocket to fulfill that dream. So I would like to now turn it over to my sister, Dee Marshall, who is our hostess for the mostest for this, and thank her for her leadership in actually managing the challenge for us. And so, Dee, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can formally introduce yourself in your remarks. And then I'm going to turn it over to you, Dee. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Melanie. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I am so excited to be here this morning with and in a room full of amazing women. And so I first want to say thank you to Melanie Campbell. Melanie Campbell, for many of you who know her, president and CEO of the National Coalition, and also the convener of Black Women's Roundtable, which means that she goes hard in the paint for Black women, for Black communities and communities of color, and for our people. And this is just one of her brainchilds, and that is to support Black women and girls. Part of the initiative here is really her commitment to economic empowerment. And so we are excited to be here because this has been an unbelievable year. It's been an unprecedented year of not just a pandemic, but a pandemic within a pandemic and then another. We are amid a global reckoning of racism against Black people in this country. And our communities are being hit very hard as it pertains to COVID. And even Melanie herself, she wouldn't say this, but certainly you all have had family members impacted, as well as Melanie, but she kept going. And so we're delighted that the sponsors and the funders are here. So how the program today is going to go is I'm going to introduce all of the funders who believe in you. They believe in our communities. They believe in our people, in people in general, but our people in particular, or else they wouldn't be here. They want to see us win. They want to see you all win. So I'm going to introduce the Coca-Cola Company. Many of you are familiar because we launched this back in July, as well as we will hear from Verizon as well as T-Mobile. So excited because they make this possible. They are committed to economic empowerment, among other things. And then I'm going to introduce 3 categories. So we will first have the girlpreneur category in the competition, as well as we're going to have the collegiate HBCU category of the competition. And you'll see who were the winners there, who advanced. And then we are going to have the community entrepreneur category in the competition, where we're going to hear from the ladies here. All of the ladies are going to share a 3-minute pitch. So that's what we're going to do today. And then you're going to the judges are here, so I will introduce them in a little bit later. They are some amazing women who know about what it takes to start a business, to run a business, to scale a business. And then we're going to have, in place of our keynote fireside chat with Lucinda Cross, Queen Boss, as well as the comeback coach. And we're excited to have that. And then at the end, Melanie is going to come back in and she's going to share who's the winner of this $25,000. Yes. And actually, there are prizes in each category. And actually, I don't know if you heard it, but the woman that she said, nobody here is going home without something. I don't know about that. Did you all hear that? Come on now, somebody. Listen, Becky, Lucinda, when I was starting up a business, if somebody said, but somebody is leaving, everybody is leaving with something. So without further ado, I am going to invite the Coca-Cola Company. We had Alba Bale in here and Felicia Watson. If you all are watching, thank you so much for launching. And thank you, Francis, for allowing us to have Therese Thompson, who is so passionate about this work. She is the chief Grand Poobah over supplier diversity at Coca-Cola. And so we'll have her come in, followed by Michelle. Thank you so much for being here. Verizon is going to come in, and then Marie will have you come in at the end. And again, Michelle, we are grateful that Donna was here at the launch, and we now have Michelle Colbert to bring us up in the rear. And let's see, Marie, we were grateful that you gave us Michelle Prasad on the launch, but we thank you for bringing up the rear. And so, Therese, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Hey, thank you, Dee. You know, I love you. And I love Sistar. That's a wonderful phrase, and I'm going to steal it, Melanie. So good morning, everyone, and greetings to all. I am so excited and honored to be here. And first, I want to share a personal note that Dee sort of alluded to when she started talking about me. This is actually my last public appearance for my beloved Coca-Cola Company. I am beyond joy that this is my culminating event. It has been a dream journey over 35 years at the Coca-Cola Company, from a Black girl from the neighborhoods, the real hoods of Baltimore, and a proud graduate of Morgan State University. So the reason that we are here is to empower and celebrate young Black women entrepreneurs. In my last 5 years as Vice President of Supplier Diversity at the Coca-Cola Company, not only would I say my legacy is that our team built one of the best development programs called STEP for women of color entrepreneurs, but I think those who know me know I'm a fierce fighter for this group with a special focus on Black women and the young entrepreneurs leading the way. So again, I don't miss the irony of this particular engagement as I move to my next chapter. And as a footnote, I'm proud to say we, on my supplier diversity team through STEP, have trained over 30,000 women with this program. So why does Coca-Cola do this and continue to focus on women entrepreneurs through events and other works under our 5x20 initiative, which started in 2010? In 2010, our chairman at the time expressed a goal to empower 5 million women by 2020. And we are very close to that. I would like to say that we're feeling really good about that goal in this COVID-drenched year of 2020. We do this because we know women are the backbone of society, and when they are empowered and provided economic equity, their contributions to their communities and those we serve thrive. This is an enduring fact that we are proud to support, and the Black Women's Roundtable's top national pitch competition for Black women and girls is one of the most meaningful ways to do this. Entrepreneurship is a critical path to economic empowerment and claiming our community's sustained destiny of self-sufficiency. This is a Therese saying, and I really do believe that entrepreneurship will be one of the critical ways to ensure that we sustain as a community. So just briefly, for entrepreneurs out there looking for opportunities with Coke, because that's why we're here, to make some money, don't forget to email supplierdiversity@coca-cola.com. Even though I'm not there, there are still folks, there's a strong team still there keeping the journey. So to conclude, and on behalf of Alba Balin, Felicia Watson, Francis Tompkins, and the Coca-Cola Company's North America community team, we thank you for your partnership, and we wish the contestants, your great leader, Melanie Campbell, and the Black Women's Roundtable a fierce and successful competition. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Therese. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Therese. And now we will hear from Michelle Kober. She's the Director of External Affairs at Verizon. We will then go to Marie, and then we're going to come back with the board chair of the National Coalition on Black Civic Participation. So now we'll hear from you, Michelle.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for having me. My cheeks are hurting from smiling so much, so I have to calm down a little bit for the rest of the program. I'm Michelle Kober with Verizon, and I want to thank the Black Women's Roundtable and Melanie Campbell for your leadership for today's event. I am so excited to be here. The Take It to the Top program and challenge is so innovative, and Verizon is thrilled to lend its support. We applaud you, Melanie Campbell, for your leadership and creating this amazing opportunity for young Black entrepreneurs. Being a Black woman entrepreneur is hard, even during the best of times, and this year is particularly hard for Black women starting businesses. We continue to start businesses faster than any other racial group, but are having challenges this year that others don't face. But we have remained hopeful. We have remained resilient, and through programs like this one today and efforts of corporations like Verizon and others, we will continue to support Black women entrepreneurs. So I want to tell you about some of the things that Verizon has done, and hopefully it will be helpful to those listening to this meeting today. Earlier this year, Verizon launched a new small business resource hub that brings together valuable tools, services, and advice for small businesses as they continue to deal with the impacts of multiple pandemics. This hub serves as a one-stop destination, bringing together Verizon's numerous small business relief programs and vital information to help your business thrive. One feature of this program is called the Comeback Coach, where we matched up and coming small businesses with Lucinda Cross, who is here today, for one-on-one mentoring. These mentorship sessions were recorded. They are amazing, and there are 9 of them available to watch on Verizon's Comeback Coach website. We hope that these sessions are helpful for others to watch and learn from. Also, through a partnership with the Local Initiative Support Corporation, Verizon provided $7.5 million in small business grants to over 650 small businesses. These grants help businesses meet payroll, pay rent, and sustain their operations. Verizon received over 55,000 applications for the first round of grants. The overwhelming response highlighted the urgent need for additional funding, and recognizing that we could do more, we committed another $2.5 million to support another round of grants. In addition to funding, Verizon has offered its products, tools, and expertise to help small businesses optimize their digital presence and work through the challenges of this year. We partnered with Hello Alice, a platform that supports underrepresented small business owners to offer resources and mentorship. We joined the American Express Stand for Small program, a coalition of more than 40 companies that have come together to support small businesses. We launched a free small business webinar series featuring experts offering advice for small business owners. Yahoo Small Business is offering a free 1-year subscription to Business Maker, which includes a website, domain, and business emails to get your business connected. And we support programs like this one that provide resources, support, and encouragement for small businesses. As Therese noted, Black women are the backbone of our homes, communities, and we are fantastic business leaders. We are strong, talented, and resilient. We even celebrated the first Black woman vice president of the United States this year. Black women have made incredible achievements in 2020, even with so many challenges. And we are happy to support today's program, where we see the fruits of the labor of these incredible young Black women entrepreneurs. Every successful business started with an idea, and I am confident that the women we will hear from today will take these ideas to the top. So thank you again for having me, and I look forward to the rest of the program.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mariecilla, and I am here on behalf of T-Mobile. And I have to tell you, I am so excited to be here today with you all this morning. First, I just want to go ahead and thank Melanie Campbell. You inspire us and you empower us. Thank you for all that you are doing. And to the Black Women's Business Roundtable, you all have been so critical in advancing the interests of Black women and Black girls and speaking up on behalf of us. So thank you for all that you do today and all you continue to do. With today's national pitch competition, you're not only making it possible to propel future entrepreneurs forward along their journey, but you're helping to shape a bold new vision for what Black women and girls can be in life. I have to tell you, I am very passionate when it comes to producing and fostering growth when it comes to having more Black women entrepreneurs, especially in the tech and innovation area. I am a daughter of a Black woman computer scientist, one of the first and very few in her field back in the 60s. And I also have a father who is in telecommunications, who's an entrepreneur. So I know how important it is when it comes to having examples and also what it is like to foster innovation and growth and what it means to bring that back into the communities. I also am the mother of a 9-year-old girl, and I get to share with her both the values and the vision that my parents instilled in me. And I also get to help her paint a new image of who and what she can be. And I have to tell you, the young ladies that are here in the competition, you are those future generations. You are their role models. So I am interested in investing in you, finding ways to cultivate the next generation of Black female entrepreneurs. That's why it's such a pleasure for me to be here today and for T-Mobile to be sponsoring this event. Prior to COVID, Black women, we know, own more than 2 million businesses, and we continue to blaze new entrepreneurial trails. We're smart, we're savvy, adaptable, and as the 2020 elections demonstrated, Black women get things done. It is my pleasure again for T-Mobile to support the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship on display here today. This program is a perfect example of the ways that my company is working to invest in the communities that we serve. As part of our 25 million community investment plan, we're being intentional about the ways that we leverage our resources and scale to advance technology and education. Beyond providing scholarships to students at HBCUs and minority-serving institutions, we are participating in pitch competitions like these. We're also proud to partner with community-based organizations to develop accelerator and incubator programs. We know that these programs are key, again, to the future generation of growth. These are ways that if we invest in Black entrepreneurship, we are also helping to tackle the racial wealth gap. I'm excited to hear from these talented young women today and what you are bringing to the table. I'm even more excited about what the future lies in store for all of you. And as Dee said, fulfill that dream. But I leave you with this message today. As you progress along your journey, I encourage you to innovate, create, stand firm in the understanding that sky is the limit, and keep pushing towards your goal. And remember, please bring others along the way on your journey. Uplift other Black women and girls. We are looking, for you all. You all are our future. You all are our generation. And continue to keep pushing and do what you are doing. And I wish you all well. Thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure as chairman of the board of this great organization to begin by saying to our partners. And first, I have to say hello, Dee. Thank you for the phenomenal job you always continue to do for us and for the coalition. To my great leader, the young lady that I've mentored since her days in college, and now she's grown and giving me directions, Melanie Campbell, thank you for your leadership. You have been phenomenal all of these years, all the sacrifices you have made, but it's because of your commitment to our people and your commitment to our women, our Black women throughout this nation and globally. And so I wanted to make sure I said that. And of course, on behalf of our board, we want to thank all of you. I want to thank Coca-Cola, who's been a phenomenal partner for years. I want to thank, of course, Verizon, who has been there and has served and supported us. And for our newest partner, we want to thank T-Mobile. And I think it's something to be said to all of us when we have companies who on different occasions compete, but they come together for what they think is important for our communities. And they come together because they know the importance of entrepreneurship and why our Black women need to have the support, need to be successful. And so I want to thank them. I want to also thank Black Enterprise for being our media partners. And of course, Roland Martin, Uncle Roro. Roland Martin Unfiltered, you've been with us all the way. So I wanted to thank all of you for helping to make this day possible. This is my 26th year in business. I spent 22 years in public service, working for the U.S. Senate, working for two governors of Georgia, Jimmy Carter, and for George Busby, and then decided I needed a real job, so I created it 26 years ago. And so as I fast forward with 6 companies, over 400 employees throughout this country, I know the importance of entrepreneurship. My father was an entrepreneur, but I also know the challenges. And so being a Black male, I've had challenges, but I've fought those. But I know Black females, our sisters, have even greater challenges because we have our sexes, and then we have our races, and then we have those who are biased. But great corporations like the ones who've been with us, these kinds of programs allow us to put our young leaders, our emerging leaders, and our established leaders front and center in this entrepreneurship area. We must create jobs, we must create wealth, and we must build our communities. And so this is all about us making sure that we do our part to support our Black women. It just, of course, you showed out on us during election day. That's not partisan. It's about the fact that you've been out leading. And I've said to our Black men, we've got to be on the side of our women. We can't be behind. And so with that, this is another way that you continue to make sure that we're working together. And so the coalition will be here to support, and for all of those who are competing, again, good luck. I could use $25,000 myself. You know, that's no chump change, as they say. But this, again, is more than just a competition. This is to help you have a more sounder footing, to provide the support. And the coalition, the National Coalition, is not just going to be there for this pitch competition. We intend to be there throughout the year and for years to come. As COVID-19 has devastated so many in our community, and they're saying we're going to lose about 40% of our Black-owned businesses, we're going to do our part to make sure we prove them wrong. So with that, congratulations. Good luck to everybody. Thank you to all of our partners. Thank you to the leadership and those who have made this possible. And Melanie, stay safe, stay well. And I want you to take a vacation this December because we can't do it without you, my sister. So Dee, thank you. And I am out of your way, and congratulations to everybody.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Tommy W. Dortch Jr., President of TWD and Chair of the board here. All right. So without further ado, we're going to move on into this. I want to introduce the judges, and then I want to just salute all of the women from all of the states around the country who participated in the challenge. But before we do that, I want to introduce the judges. And so we first have Becky A. Davis, who many of you may know, the Chief Bosspreneur. She's Atlanta-based. She has a relationship with Coca-Cola. She is one of their champions in the supplier diversity space and in championing other small businesses. She is the founder of I Support Her Foundation, and she is the CEO of MVP, and she does this work. So she grooms, coaches, empowers Black women. And so when we thought about the judges and who could be here to assess your idea and to give valuable insight, and even to say who deserves to do this now, and then also to support you, the others of you, we thought Becky A. Davis, besides the fact that if Coca-Cola trusts her and other businesses and women around the globe, we thought it would be fitting for her to be here. And so round of applause for Becky A. Davis. And then we have Kimberly Marcus. And so Kimberly is the Director of Supplier Diversity and all things diversity, I believe, over at AARP. She too is a friend and a colleague. But the reason she is here, because we chose individuals who would be in best interest for the outcome. Her as supplier in the supplier diversity space, she is able to identify diverse suppliers for their supply chain to do business with. And so she does this every day, just like Becky, however, in a different capacity. She knows what it takes to be successful in business and to do business with big brands. And so a round of applause for Kimberly Marcus, besides the fact that she's super passionate and a big proponent about and for women entrepreneurs. She would say, I really just love Black women and being an entrepreneur. And so we have her here as well. And then last but not least, our media partner, Black Enterprise, Elisa is here, and she is the executive managing editor at Black Enterprise. She is a young, amazing woman, a powerful woman. Look at her. She just looks like regal royalty, doesn't she? We're going to hear from her on the back end of the competition. At the end, her as a media partner, Black Enterprise as a media partner, she's going to share at the end what they contributed to this. And so we're excited. So a round of applause for all of the judges. Okay, so they're going to sit tight. You're going to hear from them at the end. All right, so now we are going to move into category number 1. But before we do that, I want to salute all of the Black Women's Roundtable affiliates, all of the leaders in the states who, yes, round of applause for them, who did the work while they were doing their other work, because they do other things, not just economic empowerment, but social justice. They are boots on the ground, pounding the pavement for communities of color and Black communities in particular. And I just want to shout them out now. So for all of you, so for Florida, Salandra, we want to say salute you, and we want to say we want to salute the winners in Florida. So John Trey, Zakia, and Giovanna, all of the 3 winners in Florida, we just want to salute you and say thank you for participating. And then in Georgia, Stephanie, Rosemond, and Tadia from Georgia, Felicia and Nena, thank you so much for doing the work, for identifying these women. And then we thank you for participating even in the national. And then we had in Michigan, Tamika, thank you so much, Tamika Ramsey. And we just want to salute you, Autumn, Tanu and Aisha, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Tanu, I think that's it. For all of you state winners, you were already winners at the state level. And then in Ohio, Kamiko, Nasai, and we want to thank you, as well as Petey, thank you so much. As well as, let's see, Diane Daniels, thank you again for getting the women here, even during COVID, even during everything that you needed to do. And then Dr. Judith Moore, thank you so much for Roxanne. We just want to salute you for that, as well as for Letitia and Sheila. Thank you for Almetria. Almetria, congratulations, you being a winner at the state level. We did not want to leave this moment without acknowledging all of you who participated and won at the state level, and all of the leaders that said, girl, come get this bag, come secure the bag. I want to support your dream. I want to support your vision, and you should join this competition. So thank you. All right, so now we're going to move into the Girlpreneur category, and we have John Trey Gray. I'm going to have her introduce you by way of her 3-minute pitch. Just a reminder, ladies, you have 3 minutes. Your mic will go dark at the end of your 3 minutes.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Trey Gray, and my business organization is called Students Thinking Ahead. So my sophomore year of high school, I'm a junior now, I have seen that not many students had the knowledge of college preparedness, as well as resumes and scholarships. So I've decided to create an app called Students Thinking Ahead that will create tips and have workshops that will help them with scholarship and resumes. Also, due to COVID, not many students have the ability to go into their guidance counselor to get that assistance they need for college. So I wanted to do an app that may help these students. So you might think what's different between my app and any other app, that helps with scholarships or resumes. So my app has all services will be free. My app have interactive workshops that will help with professionals helping with students and parents with scholarship and resumes. Also, my apps will include resumes, not just focusing on scholarships, because I do believe resumes are as important as scholarships. So both of those will be very focused on. Where am I, my project? Since I started my project in this year, 2020 of March, I'm in a preparation stage, and I'm in the process of designing my app. And my goal is to encourage those minority students that they do have the opportunities that I have, like such as being a Women of Tomorrow or participating in Girl Scouts of Tropical Florida. So I do want to encourage those students to do better, and they have a chance to a brighter future as well. And what will I do with the 25K? With 25K, I'll be able to do, it'll help me with the associate's marketing costs. It will help with my app development. It will help with me maintaining the social platforms and be able to have engagement. It will help with my freelancer. And it will help overall with me just getting more people, and my app will be more globally and every student will be able to use it. And that's my project. So to include, my project is an app that would provide tips, interactive workshops with professionals, as well as all services being free. And that's Students Thinking Ahead. And I'm Jontre Gray. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. That was Jontre Gray for the Girlpreneur category. We're going to move right along to the Collegiate HBCU category. I'm coming to you, Nasai Oxner, and she is out of, let's see, this is our Pennsylvania, Ohio.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mariecilla. I am a sophomore tuba performance major at Howard University from Toledo, Ohio, and my business is called Brushfoot Beauty. So Brushfoot Beauty is a affordable lip care line that I began in July of 2020. And what really inspired me to begin Brushfoot Beauty as a makeup artist myself, I see a large lack of Black women in the field of beauty. Black women are a large standard of beauty, and I don't think that that is reflected enough in the industry of beauty. As a certified makeup artist, I have had clients come to me and express their concern with not only being able to find products that match their skin tone, but they also don't really know how to use most of the products. There are a million different videos on how to use blush on a fair-skinned woman, but many Black women don't even think that it's acceptable for them to wear blush, which is false. And with my company, Brushfoot Beauty, I would like to be able to not only spotlight Black women in this, but also bring in the aspect that they really cultivate in beauty. So I currently have started my line as a lip care line where I make lip gloss, which is probably the best lip gloss you will ever use, lip scrub, and lip balm. And my vision for Brushfoot Beauty is for it to be the brand that Black women can come to and know that they are going to have something for them. Whether it be they know that that eyeliner is going to be on fleek, that foundation is going to melt into their skin, that concealer is going to really give them that shine that they like, and it won't be chalky. It's not going to be very dense. It's not going to be really light. It's going to be just for them. And I think that it is about time for that to be in beauty. While there have been strides made by Black women in beauty, they have all been by celebrities, which is not as relatable, seeing that most makeup artists come from small atmospheres and not fame. So this is a company that really comes from the heart, as I have been doing makeup since I was 12 years old and I'm currently 19. I have been really invested in this as makeup is my passion and it is my love. And I would really like to see for Brush for Beauty to be a place that not only makeup artists can come to get their kit together, but also for younger girls to be able to come to and know that this brand is for them. And that is Brush for Beauty. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. Come on, Brushfoot Beauty. We're ready for this lip gloss and this lipstick. So thank you so much. We're going to move right along. So now we're going to go to, move to the community category, community entrepreneur category. And we have 5 women who are going to come to you now. And so we're going to
Hi, everyone. My name is Giovanna Payton, and I reside in Orlando, Florida. I am the founder of Destiny & Co., and my business officially launched in September of this year. Destiny & Co. is a virtual company that provides assistance by helping people find their niche. We help others kickstart their business plan and begin walking in their divine purpose. What led me to start my business is that while on my own personal journey of discovering my divine purpose and destiny, I was motivated to assist others with discovering their gifts and talents as well. As I am in the beginning stage of my business, I discovered on many of the consultation calls that people have God-given gifts and talents and great ideas that they will likely never tap into. My belief is that God has given us all gifts that contribute to an overall purpose and plan. And with that, I have self-published 3 books thus far to be a resource to my community and to motivate them to tap into all that God has for them. In addition to Destiny & Co. offering virtual small business development assistance, we also provide mentoring and advising. As my company grows, I would like to invest in a brand strategist, a strategic advisor, and a digital marketing specialist to assist me with reaching the people that I need to serve regionally. That is what I would plan to do with my national prize of the $25,000. And again, my name is Giovanna Payton, the founder of Destiny & Co. Thank you all for your time and consideration.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Smith, and I call myself the paid social guru. I am the owner of Digital Insomnia, also known as Social by Steph. My business manages paid ads on social media channels such as Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest for small and medium-sized businesses. I've been managing media for 10 years, and before my business, I actually worked for various ad agencies managing multi-million-dollar campaigns for brands such as Coca-Cola and Capital One. And most recently, I managed $20 million on Facebook and Instagram for the Biden-Harris campaign. Now, I noticed that there was a gap in the market for businesses that could afford advertising but couldn't afford agencies that I would typically work for. So I took my Fortune 500 experience and brought it to their levels, because while you may not have $20 million to spend, it doesn't mean that you can't benefit from those same best practices. In the past year or so, I've gotten more into teaching business owners and entrepreneurs how to properly manage their own ads on Facebook and Instagram. I regularly host workshops, and I actually have my own online course. Now, this past summer, I hosted a 90-day program called Amplify Black with Steph, teaching Black business owners everything they need to know to empower them to grow their businesses through paid social ads. Now, while they walked away with new skills and knowledge, I noticed that there was still a little fear there to spend money. Which brings me to why I'm here today. I am developing what I am calling the DIOS simulator, which will be the first of its kind. The DIOS stands for Digital Insomnia Operating System. My simulator will be designed to teach people, specifically in e-commerce, how to manage, optimize, and analyze paid ads without spending any real money. So I'm putting my 10 years of knowledge, experience, and intuition into this simulated world. Users will be able to launch ads and be given positive and negative scenarios that happen in real life campaigns, and the platform will then teach them the options they have, things to think about so that they can optimize to get the ideal return in sales from their ads. So for example, if a user launched 2 ads against the same audience and maybe one of those ads started to tank or the performance started to tank, the platform will first help them identify which metrics measure success, but then also start to go through what to think about, how to change to improve that performance. So users will be able to actually make decisions and actually see what could happen or what does happen based on those decisions. This way they can practice as long as they need until they feel confident enough to spend real money in real campaigns. So I'm in talks with a current developer and we're mapping out how this tool could work. However, if I were to win today, I'd use the money to hire a development team to build a platform so that I can have a proprietary tool for my business. Digital ad agencies can actually license it to train new hires, and eventually Facebook can buy it. Thank you.
Years ago, I started Detroit Dough, one of the only Black-owned and women-owned dessert manufacturers in the concessions business. Despite some success, we struggled to compete because there weren't any resources to help Black entrepreneurs in this space. Do you want me to start over? Okay. Despite some, go ahead. All right, I'm just gonna.
You can take it from the top, my dear. You can take it from the top.
Okay. All righty. 3 years ago, I started Detroit Dough, one of the only Black-owned and women-owned dessert manufacturers in the concessions business. Despite some success, we struggled to compete because there weren't any resources for Black entrepreneurs in this space. This is a common issue. According to Forbes, Black women are the largest demographic to start businesses, yet we're the least funded and make $27,000 annually compared to the typical white solopreneur that makes $46,000. Black Women's Roundtable, one thing we know first is that Black women are innovative, incredible, and groundbreaking. But unfortunately, the lack of resources is affecting our business's ability to show that. Knowing that this was a problem for me and so many others who looked like me, I started Proxy. Hi, my name is Autumn Kyles. I'm a serial entrepreneur from Detroit, Michigan, a 2-time Hampton University alum and the founder of Proxy, a community that bridges the gap between business resources and Black women entrepreneurs. We're the only social media community that offers free and affordable courses to Black women entrepreneurs, specifically in the pre-revenue and ideation stage. Since starting in April of this year, we've grown into a 1,400 plus community of Black women entrepreneurs from across the country and partnered with national brands like Honeybook and Honeyman Law. For an 8-month-old company, our growth and impact has been incredible. We gained 130 new community members each month and have generated $5,000 in sales from our soft launch. Just 2 weeks ago, we launched our suite of affordable courses and templates called Proxy Premier. We're the only small business learning platform that focuses on modern strategy and business plan development, one of the major keys to successful entrepreneurship. The 20 startups that invested in Proxy Premier during our beta test have won over $15,000 in grant funding and increased sales tremendously. This is a start, but we still need your help. Proxy Premier is a basic website built by me across 3 different platforms with bootstrap cash. $25,000 will help us build one robust platform to house all of our content and users. The opportunities are endless. We can build our membership platform, host virtual events, and launch more unique and meaningful content. We even anticipate that this could increase our spend per user by $100. Your funding can fully help us develop this platform and give us the marketing and sales to get us noticed. Black Women's Roundtable Proxy has tapped into a $172 billion industry that's growing with the advancement of Black women entrepreneurship. Today, I'm asking for you to invest in Proxy, a brand that's founded by a Black woman and meant for Black women everywhere. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kamika Worsham, and I am the founder of Colored on Purpose. Colored on Purpose is a Christian apparel brand designer of quality clothing that empowers individuals to wear what they believe in by encouraging them to adopt it as a lifestyle. We launched in 2017 with a vision to use the fashion industry as a platform to share the gospel and inspire people to wear clothing that speaks. I saw that other big box brands did not have a product that reflected or showed what my faith was. So out of necessity, Colored on Purpose was birthed to fill that void. My philosophy and driving passion is to represent God to the lost and found through transformation in Christ. I aspire to reach my community, city, and the world through fashion by presenting the gospel in a relevant and progressive way. We seek to cultivate three crucial tenets. That is, make the brand relatable to all walks of life, promote a reassuring message that impacts the fashion industry, wear a brand that is made to draw attention. During my first year of business, I invested a savings of $10K into the company to place the business on the market. Although I have to go back to the drawing board, it gave me insight to the systems and processes that worked and those that didn't. More importantly, I quickly found that I had to rework the numbers from my initial business plan. In my second year of business, the gross revenue sales was approximately $30K. At present, we're looking to pivot from searching for a brick and mortar to curating an online community. With the 25K, Colored on Purpose could definitely do the following: create a brand strategy, develop a strong brand identity. So that includes aligning our products such as logo placement, labeling, packaging, things of that nature. Source apparel manufacturers domestically. Establish a functionable website with an e-commerce platform. Expand our digital presence and reach. Create a marketing plan that would scale the business upwards. What separates Colored on Purpose from every other clothing brand? Because the market is saturated. The differentiator is that it is a lifestyle brand with a much deeper vision. So your faith is your lifestyle. You live and you breathe it. It's not just what you're wearing, but it's what you portray to the world. It is what you represent and also how you represent it. With that, one would need to brand their faith in all aspects of life. And what does that look like? So think home decor, aromatherapy, nutrition, water, well-being, athleisure, and fitness. So yoga mats, faith fit. I don't know if I can coin it, but you get my point. Hashtag exercise your faith. I've always been told to think outside the box. Actually, I want to think as though there is no box. Hashtag wear your faith. Thank you for your time and consideration. It has been an honor to present my business idea along with the other winners here.
Good afternoon. First, I'd like to thank BWR, the sponsors, and the judges who nominated me to win at the state level. I am the founder and executive director of Women Against Abusive Relationships, also known as WAR, located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This organization was founded because I survived a relationship that almost ended my life. And I just became very passionate about educating the world about the devastating effects that domestic violence has on all of us. Well, little did I know at the time there was already a multitude of organizations working on this issue. So now I joined their mission. And the mission of WAR is to break the silence, to break the cycle of violence against women and girls, and to help them through the healing process. Now, for many years, we did this with a collaboration with McGee Women's Hospital of the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. And that's actually where the healing space was born. And we brought in professional presenters to speak on teen dating violence, domestic violence, sexual violence, self-esteem building, stress management, and much, much more. And we also use the arts as a method of healing. So because of COVID-19, we have to pivot and go to an online format, which will include monthly trainings, a weekly podcast, all used through Zoom, YouTube, and Anchor. Now, we know that domestic violence has increased tremendously during this pandemic, and that was noted in an article by the World Health Organization. So what we plan to do, we want to reach at least a minimum of 1 million women globally to help them heal after being abused. And what we plan to do is support them, and WAR would become a one-stop shop for healing and empowerment. And if we were to win the money, we would use it to hire the strategists, because we would like to become a for-profit entity. So we would need some guidance on how that could work. And we would also use some of the funding for administrative and program costs to launch the podcast. So I just want you all to know that Women Against Abusive Relationships is a one-stop shop to healing and empowerment for women and girls. Again, my name is Roxanne Epperson, and I thank you very, very much.
All right. Well, I just want to say congratulations again. Those were amazing presentations of all of the women who have made it to this national pitch competition. So I want to just applaud you ladies for the courage to step up on your idea, your vision, and we are just, I'm all very excited for you. So here's how this is going to work. Our judges are now going to remove themselves from the room. You will not see them. And they are going to review your pitch and review all that has been submitted. And they're going to come back. They're going to deliberate, and then they're going to come back. We gave them 3 specific criteria. And that is, number 1, your business plan, number 2, your business idea, and number 3, your presentation. And so those are the measures by which the judges are going to deliberate. They will have 10 minutes, and they will come back and share their remarks. And then Melanie Campbell will share the winners. And what will we do while the judges are deliberating? We now have our guest for the hour, and I am going to bring her up for a fireside chat, but let me just give you a little bit of background. Has anybody here watching, have you ever seen, let's see, there was a television show, a pitch competition on one of the stations. Listen, she's all over the place. So NBC, all of the networks, BET, she's a media, I would say contributor, influencer, but she is also the founder of Activate, and also she is the founder of a nonprofit. She does a lot of things. But why it is that we invited her here is because she is the comeback coach. Verizon selected her to go out and to support and to coach other business owners in this climate. And so besides or beyond the fact that she is a successful entrepreneur, a successful business owner, a successful author, a successful international speaker, and like I said, she's appeared on several television shows and she contributes, we thought it would be great to have a conversation, a fireside chat with her so that you could understand what it takes to do all that. What does it take to get from an idea and a vision? By the way, did I say she's the queen of the vision party or the vision board party? So what does it take to get from that to where she is now, traveling the planet, speaking to millions, activating the entire planet, and with a deal with Verizon? We're going to talk to her. Her name is Lucinda Cross OTT. I like to call her Lucinda Cross, the queen boss, the comeback coach. Everybody, a round of applause right now for Lucinda Cross. All right. Let's see.
I'm here.
All right, gorgeous. Well, hello there. Hello. So I'm going to ask you just to share, I think by way of a story, Lucinda, give a little bit of background intro to who you are by way of your story.
Yeah. So I don't know how deep you want me to go into the story, D. You know, we got the grit and grind, and then we got the come up piece, right? And then we have the let's smell the roses moment. So you know, just how deep you want me to go in the roots of it.
The business story, or as much as you can about the having an idea, right? Kind of where they are now. You had an idea.
Yes.
They'll get the book, and then they'll find out all the other stuff about your amazing journey.
So when I'm saying even the grit and grind, and what I want these ladies to understand, even watching here in the very beginning of me starting my business, I had an amazing mentor who opened up doors for me. But because I didn't understand my value, my worth, and what I brought to the table, I literally watched money and stepped over dollars to get coins because I didn't understand what I brought to the table. And I also was dealing with shiny object syndrome. And so as much as he tried to get me to stay clear and focused, I was like, well, this looks like this is working, but this looks like this is working. And I'm also good at this. And so I fell into this kind of matrix of trying to be everything that everybody thought I was good at. And I really didn't soak and stay consistent with the one thing that I had, that one gift, which was what we see now. And it took a long time for me to get here in productivity mode, in terms of empowerment, in terms of the vision boarding. I was like, you know, come on, God, has to be something more complicated that I'm amazing at. You mean to tell me I have to talk about setting goals and productivity and that's going to be it? No, there's other people. Like, look at this person, look what they're doing. And lo and behold, fast forward, God took glitter, glue, and scissors and said, I'm going to create a vision board out of you. And I said, let's go, you know, but I missed opportunities, D, because of one, lack of clarity, two, lack of consistency, and three, not following true leadership and mentorship. And I seen what wisdom doesn't teach you, rock bottom will. And I seen how it felt to hit rock bottom. And I've watched and literally seen my mentor go cash 6-figure checks. I've seen the money come right through the table while I was fearful to tell a client how much my services were, dumbing myself down from $5,000 a month to now $500, to saying, well, you know what? God has given me this talent. Let me just do it for free. If you would give me a testimonial for my website. But lo and behold, me and my children are hungry.
Wow. So, thank you for jumping right in. And I appreciate the story about, the mentor and the focus and the nuggets that even came out of that and the stretching. But I want to level set also, because you do a lot of amazing things. You are, God is really using you. But for everyone who's watching, can you introduce what you do, like the hats that you wear, your nonprofit, your business, you as an author, and all of that? Can you just give the room and those who are watching live now at Roland Martin Unfiltered a sense of who you are?
Absolutely. So there's Lucinda Cross, the mom, right? There's Lucinda Cross as the wife. There's Lucinda Cross as my president of Activate Worldwide, which supports women entrepreneurs, small business owners with building their platform, right? So you have amazing services, you have amazing products, but you have no platform that you're building on, no voice. I consider them the best kept secrets. And so we help them to come from behind the scenes to the front. And then there's Activate Your Life, which is the nonprofit, which supports women who are in transition, women re-entry who are returning citizens from whether it's a shelter, incarceration. So we work heavily on helping them to get education, entrepreneurship, empowerment, and just helping to build them up as a woman as a whole, because society kind of stripped down their names and titles and given them a number. So we work on building them up. And then there, in terms of media, what I'm just honored to do with Verizon as the comeback coach, that for me was just amazing. It's an amazing project. I look forward to doing more work with Verizon. But, you know, that side is also, and then what you've also seen with Queen Boss on BET, you know, me actually pitching my vision board kit. So I've been in the service business for so long. And I believe if you have a service, create a product. If you have a product, create a service. And so I wanted to create a product for my clients, and I had the opportunity to pitch on national TV, on BET for Queen Boss. And I showed up with the crown. I came with my pitch, and now me and the judges are now friends even to this day, you know, but from that relationship, it opened up the door for my vision board kits to be sold in Walmart, right? And so now I'm, again, putting myself in a position to take my products. And what is my big ask, ASK, which leads to one of my greatest books that I have out now, the latest one. The big ask is to get my book inside of the stores. So I have 5 books. The Big Ask is the latest book that's out. All the books that I have written focus on productivity. It focuses on getting things in order, remembering first things first. And then there's the public speaking side where I can't wait till the world opens up to throw these conferences again. I love to get on stage and do a whole big thing. You know, Dee, we have so much fun, but the conferences is based on the company. Activate, you know, let's activate. Let's stop procrastinating. I was the president of the procrastination committee. I own stock in perfectionism. And when I stopped all of that nonsense, I was able to push forward and see, all right, now let's host workshops. Now let's host summits. Now let's work conferences. But the body of the work that I do, Dee, now focuses on me being the teacher of this thing. I believe, you know, and when you're the teacher of teachers and a leader of leaders, that's greater impact. And so with Activate Worldwide, Activate Your Life, who you see on TV, all across the board, I'm still the same. It's like, what do we need to do? Why are we not doing it? Who do you need to talk to? Let's get over yourself and let's get this bag and make some change.
So thank you. That was, thank you for breaking it down. What I wanted to come out of that, Lucinda, is for everybody in the pitch to hear and to understand where you are with your, what may seem like a small idea. And for some of you, it's a big idea, but how as an entrepreneur, things will come and more ideas for you to evolve your brand and your business.
Yes.
And so as you could see, Lucinda does a number of things and the wisdom that comes in and along the journey of how you might start over here with this one little thing, but how there will be opportunity to grow. And I love the point that Lucinda made about if you have a product, then you need a service. And if you have a service, then you need a product. Yep. What I also wanted you all to hear is her for-profit and not-for-profit. What I wanted you to hear is the speaking. And so everybody has an opportunity to tell their story. She has a powerful story. But what I also wanted you all to hear is Lucinda is here because she's pitched. She's been in your shoes on national television, but she came in to win. And so I'll ask this last question as we're going to wrap up. We're going to begin to wrap up. The pitching, anything you want to share about the experience of pitching live on national television on BET, and maybe the biggest lesson from the pitch that the ladies here can take away. And even for those watching who won at the state level, they may not be at the nationals, but you pitching live national, what happened after and what should be the one lesson they should take away from this opportunity and this experience?
Yes, that's loaded, Dee. So I'm going to, so, you know, and just to be clear, ladies, when I'm telling you I started with a cardboard box, glitter, glue, scissors, and some templates that I created on my own computer. That is what I started out with. So the things of God are simple, we complicate them. And so one thing that was key for me that I realized is that no matter who I was pitching against and what other businesses that I seen that was thriving and doing great things, my small idea was still valuable to what God has given me to make great change.
And so anytime you have to pitch, and we pitch all the time. You're pitching when you're on social. You're pitching if you're not on doing social and YouTubes, you have to open up your own doors and create your own scene, your own show, right? This is starring you. And so when you're pitching, I don't care what phase it is. If it's zero phase, if you've made $5, you say that with full confidence. But the key is to not only be confident in the pitch, because the lack of confidence shows on your face. And the minute you show lack of confidence, the person that you're pitching to will begin to see lack of trust. I'm not sure if she believes enough in it. And so if I'm going to invest in her, I need to know that she believes in herself and she's invested in herself. Time, money, energy, resources, access. I need to know that you're losing sleep to put your t-shirts out or your cupcakes out. I need to know that if I'm going to invest in you. And so what I learned through this pitch process is I had to believe in my passion, my purpose, and my product. And I had to come full-fledged on with that information. I needed to make a connection and not just running off. And so what I did, no, I needed to make a full connection and communicate effectively on this is what I'm bringing to the table, but the importance of the reason what the problem is this solving. The problem that this thing is solving is this. The problem that my lipstick is solving is this. The problem that my app is solving is this. The problem that, my domestic violence, whatever it is, the greatest problem. And then showing the reason why you are needed right now and the longevity of what you bring to the table. Because we don't want a one-hitter quitter. We want to know that you're in this for the long haul and you're not going to have shiny object syndrome and then you're coming out with a Spanx line next week. We want to see you be able to take this one thing and where's the longevity in this thing that you can leverage, scale, and market. And that's one thing that I've learned. And ladies, you've done an amazing job. And what I've seen passion, but I've also seen some that was like, I'm not sure. We got to show, listen, it's more than the money. I'm still dope with the 25 or without the 25, but you're 25. Let's do something together because I want a partnership. Mm-hmm. Right. And so that's what I've learned from watching. That's what I've learned from my experience. And I can't tell you, I've had every producer, people from behind the scenes of the camera. And I'm telling you, all I had was a beat face, no sleep. Okay. Beat face, no sleep. Kids eat whatever's in the refrigerator because I got to get up in the morning to pitch. And it was more even about, and we have to look at this when you're talking and you're putting yourself out there, is you look past the people that you're pitching to. There's other people who are watching who may say, you know what, I want in on this. I've listened to some pitches today. I wrote down some names. I said, I want to invest my own money in some of these things because they came with it.
Wow. You know what? We needed more time. I'm sure. I know we needed more time. And you know what? But I will say the last question before we transition, we have Lucinda's book. So the National Coalition or Black Women's Roundtable is going to gift her book, The Big Ask. But before we go, can you share the story of the book? Because I think it was such a powerful concept. Becky and I like to think we're aunties to you birthing this baby, your last baby. We were aunties on standby as you were picking out your outfit for your baby. But talk about the book and the opportunity that a book creates, whether it's business, whether it's revenue, whether that being a product. Can you talk about that? We'll have that be the last question, and then we're going to transition.
Yes. So the book opens up opportunities. It shows not only you as an expert, but with this particular book and listen, product, service, and you got to get a book. How to create an app, how to put lipstick together. But that book is the biggest business card that you can have. It gives you leverage. It gives you expertise. Anybody who has their name on the book, they're like, you wrote a book? Really? What is it about? Oh, how to save toilet tissue. What? Yeah, how to turn a 2-ply into 3-ply. You'll be surprised how big of other opportunities are there for you. But in all seriousness, having this book and me having the big ask, and yes, Becky and Dee are aunties, they're godmothers. They've watched me birth this baby. We've taken the name up, down, across, stretched it. But the purpose of the book is to help people who have, especially women, have an issue or a challenge when it comes to asking for what they want. Men have no problem walking in that boardroom. Women, we second guess at least 20 times before we walk into that door and count ourselves out before we get counted in. So this is just a book for permission to say, go get it. God has it for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, so I can't wait for you all to get a copy of The Big Ask, ASK. Get your ask together.
How powerful is that? Can you imagine? Don't we love that? So Melanie, thank you. Didn't I tell you we needed Lucinda Cross, Queen Boss, the comeback coach, and so much more. So a round of applause, everybody. That was just a little something to not just to fill our time, but because we wanted to create the platform for Lucinda. Definitely, if we have much more time, she needs and deserves a much bigger space. But you know what? If you just follow her, she's on stages everywhere, television everywhere, and coming to a television and a show near you soon. So just follow and you'll be able to get the rest of her. All right. And so thank you, Lucinda. Thank you so much. And thank you, Verizon. I was so tickled to hear Michelle mention the comeback coach. And again, just so powerful. Michelle, thank you. Thank Verizon for the comeback coach. We appreciate that. And glad we were able to connect the dots here. All right. So now we're going to hear from the judges. And I'm going to ask the judges, since we have a little bit, we're running on time, which is really good, but I'm going to have them introduce themselves briefly, anything that they want us to know, and then share your remarks if you can. All right, so we're going to go over to the judges.
You guys want me to start? All righty, there we go. I was waiting to hear that voice. I am Becky A. Davis, also known as the Chief Bosspreneur, and I help Black women entrepreneurs take the guesswork out of creating 5-figure a month revenue by creating a digital product so that they can sell anywhere in the world. And so I'm super excited to be here supporting Black Women's Roundtable and all of the bosses that are actually here today. So I want to provide information, feedback for 2 of the contestants, and then the other judges will do the same. I'll start with, and there's no particular order, let me just say that, there's no particular order. So Giovanna, first of all, congratulations for making it to this round in the pitch competition. Well, the 3 things that we looked at was the plan, the idea, and the presentation. And just based on some of the things that Lucinda said, this is perfect to be able to share some insight and some feedback. Great idea, helping people to reach their destiny and to discover their purpose and passion in their life. A lot of people do struggle with that. One of the things I think we wanted to hear a little bit more about is the result and the outcome that was going to help people. How is that going to set you apart from others who are trying to do that in that space? And the other thing I wrote down is how are you going to, what's the vision for the future for that, for us to be able to hear some of that. And one of the other things is as you present, stand bold and confident as you present, because this is about you helping people beyond yourself. And I know a lot of times, whether extrovert or introvert, just stand boldly in it and share what it is that you want to do to be able to change the world. And then the plan, giving us a little bit more information about your plan, what results that you've received from the plan, how it's made an impact on people. If there's any results that you have, sharing those with us and what the future is going to look like. But congratulations to you and Destiny & Co. So I want to say that. And then I also have feedback for Stephanie. Stephanie, congratulations on getting to this round in the business as well. Your plan, you really had great information on your plan in sharing what you've done so far and what the future holds. So you gave us a glimpse in what the future holds with your DIOS device. And I really love that. And as an entrepreneur myself and running Facebook ads, you're right. We get nervous about the spend, and it's the spend that changes the game for you. You can spend more than you think you have. But I think that's a huge component for entrepreneurs. And to create software, first of all, we definitely thought it's awesome because more Black women need to have software businesses that they can sell to someone else. So how you want to spend the money, that made sense too, having a developer to really create this as a way for people to test out with the app as well. So great job on your plan, your idea, and your presentation. I'm excited. I'm ready for the app myself right now in my business.
So I'm Elisa Gums. I'm the executive managing editor of Black Enterprise. And I also head up our Sisters Inc. franchise, which is for and about Black women entrepreneurs, including being the creator and host of our Sisters Inc. podcast. My feedback today is for Autumn and Proxy. And first, I just wanted to give you a lot of credit for the poise that you showed in the face of technical difficulties. It's 2020. We're live on Zoom. Things go wrong. And you just rolled with the punches, which we appreciate. You gave your entire pitch with energy and confidence. And I love that you shared your past entrepreneurial experience. As a serial entrepreneur, people always put more stock in what you have to offer because you've done it successfully before. And that you really articulated the growth that your platform has seen over this time, which is another important thing that we always look for, not just where you started, but where you've managed to get to, and you gave hard numbers for all of that. As you continue to pitch, I would think about how you differentiate yourself, because it is a very crowded market now of people speaking to women entrepreneurs, and also about how you get people to pay for what you're offering, because there are a ton of free resources out there. And, you know, entrepreneurs are resourceful. They're trying to get as much as they can for as little as they can. And so what it is that you offer that people are going to pay for. But I do want to say to all of the people who pitched today that I thought you all were very successful at sharing your own story, your purpose, the why of what you're doing, speaking about your expertise, and also about what you would do with the money. So I was glad to see all of those elements included.
Hello. Hello, I'm Kimberly Marcus, and I'm the Director of Supplier Diversity at AARP. I first want to thank Melanie Campbell. When I first got on the scene in Washington, D.C., 20 years ago, she took me under her wing, and she is a great sister, a great partner, a great innovator, and I sit at your feet and I stand on your shoulders. So thank you for all that you do for Black women, the Black Women's Roundtable, and for all people of color. I also would like to just also thank Dee Marshall for all that she's done in this space and putting this together seamlessly. So as I stated, I'm the Director of Supplier Diversity for AARP, and I've been an entrepreneur myself. So I understand the plight of Black women business owners. And I have the pleasure of giving some feedback to Kamiko. So the space that you're in, the clothing space, the faith-based clothing space, there's a space for that. Especially now in this time of unrest, people want to be able to show who they are in their clothing and represent themselves. So I would have loved to have seen you actually wear some of your apparel. Oh, see, we couldn't see it. Okay, my dear, I see it now. You should have been modeling it for us, but I see the faith on there. So that is great. And I think that you can definitely partner with people like Damon Johns of FUBU, because that was his first start was with FUBU, For Us, By Us. And your presentation skill was wonderful. Unfortunately, because we are in a virtual world, we couldn't quite see your clothing line. And going to sell online versus brick and mortar definitely makes a lot of sense. So by you saying that makes absolute sense. And making sure that you have a strategic plan and development plan on how you will market to certain segments of people, because this space isn't for everyone. Everyone won't boldly and proudly wear their faith-based, but there is a market for it. So best of luck to you. And I really appreciated your presentation. And the next person I have is Roxanne. So Women Against Abuse, the podcast that you would like to put together. So you led with giving us some background on you being a survivor of domestic violence. That touched our hearts. What a great way to lead into why you're passionate about that work. So you were able to articulate seamlessly why you care so much about women in this space. Now, there are quite a few organizations out there who actually work in this space, and you've talked about partnering with them. And a lot of that is nonprofit. And I know you want this to be a business and a for-profit. So if I could hear a little bit more about how you would turn this into a money-generating business, that would be very helpful. We understand the passion, and we know this is the beginning stages, right? We know we're not working with well-established companies. So we know it's the beginning stages, so you need to have the business plan more articulated, how you plan on growing it from a nonprofit to a for-profit, and what services you're going to provide that these other organizations don't always already provide. So just think of it this way. If the industry or the subject matter is already saturated, sometimes it's better to go into a joint venture because you have one little expertise that they may not have versus trying to do a venture all on your own. Because in the end, if it is about helping women in domestic violence, sometimes half of the pie versus none of the pie is better than trying to go out on your own. So best of luck to you. I think that you're doing great in this area. Thank you for allowing me to present. Back to you, Elisa.
So I speak to Black women entrepreneurs every week. I know the road is tough, but I also know that all of the women who've presented today have what it takes to be successful in their own business ventures. And I can't wait to talk to whoever that woman is that wins, because Black Enterprise will be doing a full profile covering her as an entrepreneur, her fledgling business, what she's been doing, naming her as the winner of the Take It to the Top challenge across all of our platforms. And so that is something to look forward to for whoever the I won't even say lucky lady is, because she's hardworking, determined, and she made it happen herself. So, congratulations to whoever that is, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, ladies, so let's do this first. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you, Dee. Thank you to all of our judges. Thank you to all of our contestants and all of the leaders of the Black Women's Roundtable. And again, the team led by Dee, who pulled this together during this COVID time that we're in. So, and all of our sponsors, of course. So I get the pleasure and honor, and I'm so nervous because I will start off saying, again, all of you all are winners and you are stars in your life. So we have 3 categories of winners at different levels. So our girlpreneur winner will receive $5,000, and that will be John Trey Gray, STA, from the wonderful state of Florida. So can we give John Trey, you will receive $5,000 for your girlpreneur idea. And so we are excited about that. Our collegiate winner will receive $10,000. And that collegiate winner is Nasha, and I apologize if I'm messing up your name, Nasha Oxner, Brushfoot Beauty, Ohio, from the great state of Ohio. So let's all give you and Nasha, help me out. I want to get your name correctly stated.
Nasai.
Thank you. Nasai. Apologize for that. Nasai, we are excited.
It's Messiah. I'm sorry.
Nasaya. Thank you, Nasaya. We want to make sure we have that right. Nasaya Oxner.
Yes, ma'am.
From Howard University.
Yes, ma'am. That is me.
And HU, right?
Yes, HU. You know.
I'm a Clark Atlanta graduate, but we love HU as well. And from the great state of Ohio. So congratulations as our collegiate winner. And we're looking forward to the great things that you will do with your business. Now, the grand prize, I'll start off that everyone, and I don't know if I don't think everyone knew this. I said everyone will get something. Everyone will receive $5,000. And the $5,000 winners are Giovanna Patton, Destiny & Co. from the great state of Florida, Autumn Kyles, Proxy from Michigan, Kamiko Atkins, Colored on Purpose LLC, Roxanne Epperson, Women Against Abused Relationships from Pennsylvania, and boom, the grand prize winner is Stephanie Smith, Digital Insomnia LLC from the great state of Georgia. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. And there's our grand prize winner. So we are excited for you, Stephanie, and all of the winners today. As I stated before, you're all winners. And we wish we could give everybody all the same, but we wanted to make sure we could invest as much as we could. And thanks to our partners, our corporate sponsors, we're able to do this. So, Stephanie, any words for us?
Yes, I just want to thank you to everybody. Big thanks to Dee, who gave us some feedback the other day. A huge thanks to Nana, who was the representative for the Georgia line. She really gave me a lot of feedback and was helping me. So I just really appreciate this opportunity, and thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Thank you. And again, we thank all of our winners. Dee, is there anything else that we need? And of course, all ladies, follow back up as you have been with Dee, and we'll work out all of the what's required to process the winning prizes. And we just thank God, and we're grateful that we were able to invest in you as you are, and all the ideas that as I listened was that you were really investing in others in so many different creative ways. And so, as the sisters have shared, you're already there, and I'm just excited. And we want to stay connected with you. We want you to join us for our next summit. We're serious when we say we're not disconnecting. We want to stay connected with you. We normally do our summit in the month of March. We don't quite know exactly how that's going to be. We know it's probably going to be virtual this year. So look to hear more even on that. But our idea is to stay connected. If you stay connected with us, we're going to stay connected with you as you continue your journey. There will be another challenge in 2021. And other than the grand prize winner, you have another opportunity as well. We're not limiting it. I can't say if you win your state be a state winner. That's on the states in your process. But new look for 2021, take it to the top challenge for next year. And you're not discounted in participating in that challenge. Dee, is there anything else that I need to do?
I think we are complete. I would say for everybody here, if you could follow online, if you could celebrate online, follow at NCBCP_BWR. Please share this experience online. Thank our sponsors out loud online. Use the hashtag 5by20. And don't forget Verizon,
Coca-Cola,
and T-Mobile made it happen, as well as Black Enterprise. And again, tell all of your friends to pay attention and stay plugged in, because next year this competition will run.
Dee, I'm going to see since Chairman, did he drop up? Tommy Dortch, my Chairman of the board for the National Coalition, if he had any remarks before we close out. I saw him still there. If he's still there, Tommy, he may have stepped away. So thank you again, everyone, and go get it done, ladies. You're already doing it, but go get it done, and we thank you, and thank all those folks watching out there, and stay tuned for 2021 Black Women's Roundtable. Take it to the top challenge. Coming to several states. We're not in all 50 states, but we're in the states that we have Black Women's Roundtable networks and our state affiliates. And so look for the opportunity to take it to the top.
Thank you. Bye.